Congratulations. You know, we talked the other night about how maybe now a lot of people outside of the Redbank Valley School considered this, a possibility to get to the district and win it, especially against a rival. How good does it feel to come in here, really play really good, solid basketball, really good, solid defense in particular?
Yeah, we were just talking about out in the hall that when these guys were young in JV and junior high, I coached them in junior high and JV, the senior class, and times weren't always great. We actually started out their 9th grade year 0-11. Okay, so that's where it started, and they showed up every summer and they kept working, and that's what we were talking about in the hall. It just makes it that much more bittersweet because these kids worked so hard. Everyone sees the district championship, but they don't see, the 7 months outside of basketball, twice a week in the gym, everything that goes into it to be successful, and it means a lot. In the beginning of the year, I told you, we had some cats, you put it right in the article. Everyone at the beginning of the year was kind of counting us out. Not counting us out, I just think they thought that we were losing a lot, and they're like, there's no way they have any guys left that can really step forward because the Klauses meant so much for us last year. And, our coaching staff were like, we really think we can make another run at this thing, but we have to do things the right way and close out games like you saw tonight. So it's amazing, and I'm so proud of these guys, especially the seniors.
And the guy to your left, kind of a non-factor for the beginning part of the year, but second half of the year, he's arguably been an MVP for you. Tonight again, in the first half.
No,
offensively, just altering shots. Derek Smell had 2 points in the first half.
Yeah.
I think he ended up with I don't know what he ended up with. He had a couple buckets in the second half, but controlled the inside and.
He's an animal. You can just say it. He's an animal. What game was that? We had a heart-to-heart. North Clarion?
Yeah.
North Clarion, we kind of had a heart-to-heart because we're senior loaded this year. We have I'd say 6. We probably have 5 seniors are in rotation. We have some good juniors, and there's a couple sophomores that are getting minutes earlier on in the year. And it was just tough to get everyone in. And Pego, right? I always told him, Kate, I was like, it's about your energy. At North Clarion, he came up to me. We had the heart-to-heart, and basically he's like, I want to finish my senior year already. And I was like, I want to see you do it too, because 6'6" kid would be nice, defending the rim. And I can't be more proud of the way he responded and the work he's put in since then. You know what I mean? It's a testament to character and a type of person he is. It's the whole senior class.
Yeah, no problem with energy tonight. You were pretty, all of you guys really, but you in particular were pretty hyped up for tonight, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. I've been looking forward to this all week. I'm like, this is just it feels so good.
I mean, what does it mean to you to have this transformation this year and to be now one of the key members of this team in this district title? I mean, you're kind of irreplaceable here down the stretch.
Yeah, it means so much to me. Like, if you would have told me like halfway through the year that I'd be in this position right now, I'd call you silly. Like, I just feel it's so great. Like, I just want to keep going.
Makes it feel even better, right?
Yeah, it's just great.
You know your
Good.
team's ball security tonight. I mean, you only had down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turnovers for the whole game.
Yeah, our goals on the board before the game. What were two of the main goals defensively and turnovers?
8 turnovers.
Under 8 turnovers, and hold them under 40 points.
Check.
And that was the goal. And we write those goals up, we take them very serious, and every time out, we're addressing those goals. So like we're in the first time out, I'm like, they scored 8 points or something like that in the first quarter. I'm like, we're on track for our goal. We don't put up anything offensively usually because we're a defensive-minded team, because tonight ball wasn't falling. We weren't great offensively, but if you focus on defense and everyone locks in, you can gut out wins like we did tonight. It was a senior class.
You weren't great offensively, but you took advantage when you had chances with the ball movement. Huffman had a couple of 3 really nice assists in that first quarter, led the buckets. Talk about that as your team being able to find those cracks when they need it.
And those are the big thing are our rule guys. So like tonight, Kieran and Brecken got denied. So like I would deny those guys too. There are 2 senior guards that usually bring us home at the end of games, so they were denying them, which left Rylan Roop and Jackson Huffman and Pego on a couple pick and rolls in the first half wide open. And it's a testament to our role guys, and they just buying into their role and making sure when they get to, because a lot of guys will run in there and throw it up and it gets crazy. Those guys, right, knew to play off 2 feet in the paint, will swing it and get to our offensive sets. So I can't say enough regarding Kieran. He had 2 threes in a row. What's at the beginning of the fourth?
That was a dagger.
That's
2 daggers.
huge, right? And he's been at this for 5 years. So I kept telling him, like when he was younger, and everyone was picking on us because we were 0-11 and we weren't winning games. I said, this is all going to pay off someday if we keep working out. And tonight he's had a chance to step up in front of a packed house and nail 2 threes back to
Yeah,
back.
yeah, Kieran, those 2 threes, I mean, they weren't necessarily wide open. You had hands in your face there. Talk about those 2 big threes. I mean, you know, offensively, you know, they were trying to take it away, but when you had that opportunity, you buried them.
Like Coach said, we've just been working on it so long and being in the gym. And when I got the opportunity, just shot them.
Yeah, things started opening up a little bit more offensively because they had to come, you know, when they were down, they had to scramble a little bit.
Clarion is very well coached, and you're a really good defensive team as well because they know how to pack the paint, and you have to be able to hit shots against them. And if you don't, right, you have the first half that we had, and we weren't seeing it go. So that's why I was like, all we talked about at halftime was like, we got to figure out our offense the second half because defense is there, right? But we have to start figuring out how to score against this team because Sam coaches those guys really, really well, and they play really, really good pack line defense.
Well, the first foul in this game didn't happen until midway through the second quarter.
Yeah.
That shows you how fundamentally everyone was playing.
How about the media timeout? What was the second one? It almost made it.
Yeah,
to-
it was
or was the first one?
There was almost no media
3
timeouts.
3 seconds left.
He was tired, he was gassed, and we were like, where's the media? And the refs are laughing. I'm like,
Yeah,
we're
because
tired.
there wasn't any stoppage in that first quarter.
Yeah.
There was no
3 seconds left in
stoppages.
the first quarter.
Yeah. So I mean, 8 minutes straight of very good defense, both sides of the ball, very athletic kids and good kids out there competing. Basically, we went 7 minutes straight without a break.
Yeah.
You know, so
So there
it's-
was a point in the second quarter where 18 minutes of real time had passed and 14 minutes of clock time was off.
Really?
Yeah, so really, you factor in 4 minutes, you factor in the 1 media timeout and then the break between quarters. That's pretty much all the break you had.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it was fun.
but yeah, I mean, more fish to fry though, right? You want to celebrate this, but you got state playoffs.
Oh yeah. We're gonna celebrate this one pretty good. You know, we're excited. That's what this has been a 5-year thing, and I can't stress that enough.
Yeah.
Like it's just been it's so bittersweet. And then even after last year, they still counted these guys out. So it's, you know what I mean? They've never had their. And I just kept telling them for 5 years, and like when we get there, you know, when our time's right, we're gonna take advantage of it. And they did. But yeah, you're right. We have. That's my phone. You may have that. But when our time's right, we got Oosh coming up, Old Lady Sacred Heart. And they're a very good basketball team, right? Historic basketball team.
Yeah.
We gotta play well. You wanna ask these guys a question?
Yeah, sure. Go back to when you guys were on 11 as what, 8th graders. I mean, what was going through your head? I mean, you're probably not. Obviously, you're not thinking about this, but you're probably just thinking, are we going to be good enough to even, compete at the high school level, right? At that point,
I mean,
They had confidence. Come
I
on.
was gonna say that my type of mindset, I'm like, I knew I wanted this, and we just had to keep working, and it was the summers and everything. It's just like it all added up, and
What's really cool, and I'll kind of contest to Pego here, is even after last year's district championship game, he didn't get a whole lot of minutes. And then this year started out senior, didn't get a whole lot of minutes. I kept telling him, just buy it. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. It's gonna come at the right time. And his faith never wavered. You know what I mean? He just kept showing up and working hard, and it has to feel pretty good, guys.
You talk about Old Lady Sacred Heart, how much experience do you think from last year? Carmichael almost came into your gym and took you out of the first Region State playoff. What can you build from that? And this kid's coming back, hey, we can't overlook anybody.
Yeah, so
they're going to be a 6 seed out of the whatever.
Right. Yeah. So we had. I think last year was Northgate. Northgate was the first.
sorry.
I know you're good. You're good. I think the big thing when you play the Whitfield teams is the physicality, right? And that's always something I've said as well. Is I like when the games are called up here and they let us play a little more. Because like tonight, there wasn't a whole lot of fouls till the end, and I love that because it prepares you for the next round. You know, when it's ticky-tacky and you go play Osh, and they're full court pressing you in your face for 4 quarters, it's hard to prepare for that physicality because those teams on there play like that every night. So it's I would say the physicality aspect is the biggest component, and I think our guys are ready for it. It's just we got to pick up a good scrimmage next week against someone that's physical and get after it a little bit, and we'll see where it goes. But we're excited. We're excited. Anything else, guys?